Hello, my name is Ms. Horsacker. You can also call me Maya. Welcome. We are going to do some Ireland-themed yoga poses today because it's almost March, and one of my favorite holidays, St. Patrick's Day, is coming up soon. St. Patrick's Day is a great time to celebrate all things Ireland, the Irish people, the Irish culture. So here we are. We're going to do a few themed poses that have to do with Ireland. Now, in Ireland, they have a flower called the Shamrock that typically has 3 leaves on it, and it's bright green. So we're going to do a 3-part breath today. That means we're going to count to 3 as we breathe in with our fingers, and then we're going to count back down to 0 as we breathe out. Okay, so we'll breathe in like this, and then out. So it's 3 in, 3 out. Here we go. In, out. Again. Out. One more. In. And out. Very nice. We're going to use that same breathing while we go through some of the poses. You can try keeping your mouth closed while you breathe in and out through your nose. Or if it's more comfortable, try breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Either one is helpful for your brain and body. So first, in Ireland, they have tons of really old castles. So we're going to do a castle pose. And before we get started with our yoga poses, we can do a little hopping and bouncing because a very famous type of dance in Ireland is called the Irish jig or a reel, and there are Irish dancers that do some beautiful dances. I am not an Irish dancer, so if you find a link in the description to some wonderful dancers dancing, you can join them and dance. I'll show you a little bit of what I think it looks like. I know that they keep their hands down straight and fists. There's a lot of pointing of toes and bending knees, and there's a lot of hopping. So let's do some hops. You can try pointing your toes, pointing to your knee. I'm doing a little more hopping. This is a really good warm-up. You could do this in a circle. Yes. Okay. That is my amount of knowledge on Irish dancing. Again, check it out. It's really fun. So, our first pose we're going to do is castle pose. There are tons of old castles in Ireland. Some of them are even houses now. Castles used to be homes for people that could afford them, and now they're also homes for a lot of variety of people, or maybe a hotel, or they're just a place to go look at and admire. So for castle pose, coming to downward facing dog. Hands and feet on the floor, hips lift up and back to make a triangle pose, kind of like a castle. Parts of the castle might be triangular. Other parts of castles are very round or square. So we could also come to our knees and be a square or rectangular part of the castle here. Very nice. Also, from our hands and knees, there is a wonderful pose that we can try called sheep. It's really cat and cow pose, but there are so many sheep in Ireland, we're going to do this pose for them. Look forward to arch your back, and then tuck your head and neck to round your back like a fluffy sheep. There are so many sheep in Ireland, they have almost as many sheep as they do people on this beautiful green island. So let's move our hands forward and come down. Pretend to eat some grass. Good, do that one more time. Nice work. And then arch. And tuck your head. Forward, sheep. Very nice. Now, legend has it, since there are so many rainbows in Ireland, it's fairly rainy there. And then when the sun comes out, it makes a rainbow. But sometimes people say you can find a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. So make a pot with your hands reaching to your feet, gaze forward, and then press your feet away from your shoulders and lift up to make a round pot of gold. You can shift side to side or up and down. Very good, pots of gold. Whew. I hope that I find one at the end of the next rainbow. I'm going to rest my head on my hands to release any tension that might be in your back. Very good. Now, there's another legend in Ireland that there are leprechauns. Maybe they hide the pot of gold, or maybe they're just being tricksters. But we're going to come into frog pose and be a very small leprechaun. Now try to keep your head away from your shoulders. Reach your body forward and down. Make yourself nice and small, like a tricky leprechaun hiding gold. Very good. You might even move quickly. I don't know if they hop. You could try hopping. You could try shuffling side to side to be a sneaky little leprechaun. Good. Now, coming all the way up to stand. Put your feet out wide and reach your 2 arms out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 limbs out, like the 4-leafed clover, which is a very lucky shamrock to find. If you find a clover leaf with 4 leaves, you are very lucky indeed. We can also do 4-leaf clover like this. So coming to balance on one foot, put your other foot over, and you make a 4. And you can reach your arms up, or make the shapes of the leaves. Woo! That's a tricky balance. Let's try the other side. Balance on your other leg. Bring your other foot up, make a 4. And your arms come up, maybe like this. However you think a 4-leaf clover could look. Lovely. Now, a wonderful part about Irish culture is that they love music. So we're going to come into harp pose, which is a famous musical instrument that you could find in Ireland. Step your feet wide. We're going to point our toes of one leg, one direction. And then that direction, we're going to bend our knee. Now I'm going to take this foot back a little bit so that I have space and my knee stays over my ankle. Reach your arms out and then up and back to make the shape of a harp. Take a couple breaths here. And you could find the symbol of the harp on many Irish things. Another instrument you could find in Ireland is the fiddle. So you can imagine playing the fiddle here. Yeah, it's kind of like a violin. Very nice. Good, let's do the other side. So straighten this leg, turn your toes back to face the screen. Other toes turn, bend that knee. Again, right over your ankle, arms out, reach up and back for harp, making a sort of arched shape with the side of your body. Very good. And let's play the fiddle on this side too. Ooh, it's harder with my left hand, that's okay. There we go. Good. Now, another important symbol in Ireland is the green tree of life. It's a lot of circles all together because it's a circle of life all around us. So the tree of life is an important reminder and symbol of life in Ireland. So coming into tree pose with one foot as a kickstand, the other leg balancing. You can lift that foot up a little more, even maybe above your knee, if that feels like a good space to balance. Bring your hands to your heart, or you can start to reach them out and up for tree pose. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. No trees are completely still. Just try to feel your foot being the roots that hold you steady. Good. Other side for a tree of life. Other leg is your long standing trunk. Rest your foot there. Bring your hands and branches and arms up and out. Nice even breaths. Very good. going to move into rainbow pose. So there's a couple ways to do rainbow. We're going to start with just part of the rainbow. Lay on your back with your knees bent. Sometimes we only see part of the rainbow when it's behind the clouds. So press your hands and arms into the earth. Press your feet in. Lift your hips up to make half of an arch for the rainbow. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Look all the way up. Press up a little more. Good, and lower down. Now, if you'd like to try full rainbow to make the whole arch, press your hands into the floor above your shoulders. Use your hands and feet to lift all the way up to make a full rainbow. You can imagine all the colors. Press your heart through your arms to really stretch your back. Make sure you're breathing. And lower slowly all the way back down. Very nice. Now we're going to lay here. Imagine maybe some nice cool raindrops falling. To cool our bodies down, you can press your feet together and open your knees to release your back. Take a couple deep breaths. And then straighten your legs for our rainbow shavasana. Now while you lay here, I'll say all of the colors of the rainbow. And I want you to imagine that color is just filling your body from your feet to your toes, all the way up your legs, through your body, down your arms, and even up into your head. You can imagine other things that are that color. You could imagine how that color makes you feel. You could imagine words that match that color. Whatever works in your brain. If you'd like, have your eyes closed and just listen and be still. First we have red, then orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo or dark blue, and violet. Now whatever color felt best to you, think of that color again in your mind. Maybe let the whole of that color just wash down your body, covering you with comfort or joy or peace or whatever word comes to mind. Breathe in and out. Now reach your hands up over your head. Stretch long. Point your toes. And then bring your knees up and in a little bit while you turn to your side. And when you're ready, come all the way back up to a comfortable seat. And let's trace the rainbow with both hands a couple times while we breathe in like this. Breathe in. And bring it into your heart. One more rainbow breath. Breathe in. Bring all those colors in. Hope you enjoyed this Ireland-themed yoga, and I hope to see you back here again very soon. Have a great day. Bye.